Hello. Oh, hello. Good morning, everyone. Yes. Thank you, Lola. Okay. Good morning to all of my friends out there. Don't bite my finger now. How are you all today? It is, wow, it's Wednesday already. Time does go fast when we're having a lot of fun, doesn't it? Good morning to Leslie. I see Loretta. I see Peralita. I see Renee. Hello, Mama Bear and Robin. Who else? Gloria. Did I say Renee? I think I said Renee. Good morning to all of my friends out there in internet land. This is Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue, and I'm here for today's Cricut Chat. And we are going to have some fun with the Cricut Joy today. And we will be going over foiling techniques with the Joy and using the brand new um, foil transfer insert cards, which you see here. And actually, there's a difference. This one is the foil transfer insert cards, and this one is the just plain insert cards that you'd have to supplement with the foil transfer sheets. So I'm going to explain the difference and go over how you would do it. Plus, we're going to be working on the Joy app, which has had a number of additional improvements to it. I was just playing on my iPad, so you can see how you can actually save a project, which I have in my stuff. I have saved some projects here, and I wanted to show you how to edit them, save them, and also put insert inside the card, which is really kind of fun. So, meow to my friend Frank Sinatra. He he's been, since it's spring, Kirsten. He's been going outside in the mornings, but he still sleeps in his little bed. Actually, I have a funny story. But so yeah, he sleeps either in the dog bed. Everybody loves that dog bed. It's like a big mushy ball, and they all take turns on it. But yesterday I had my friend Santo. He came and he flipped my mattress because it'd been like a year. And I want to get in the habit of flipping it, and it's because it's brand new. And for some reason, and then I made the bed, right? And for some reason, when I woke up this morning, all the covers had fallen off. Like, I don't know why, but they just sort of like slid off. I have no idea. It was just like remarkable to to experience. I don't know. Maybe the mattress didn't like being flipped or something. I don't know. But anyway, so that's how my morning's going. I hope you guys are having fun, and we are going to get started on this project in just a few seconds. But I wanted to remind you right at the top of the show, and I'll remind you later on, that we're in the final days of this giveaway, and I want for you to enter your name in, because there are 7 fabulous prizes that I'm giving away. They're all courtesy of our friends over at Cricut. And in order to enter, all you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. And if you have, then just comment, like, save, share any of my 900 videos out there, and then you can enter your name in. And all you have to do, if you just don't want to comment, just say, "Hi, Rita." That's all. But by commenting and sharing and doing all that stuff, that actually improves my standing in the algorithms with YouTube, which I don't know. All of nobody knows, I guess, but who knows? With the whole world's upended by Elon Musk these days, but but um, but from what I understand, by commenting, sharing, and things of that nature, it puts me at the top of the list with the big hitters. The heavy hitters that are have hundreds of thousands of followers, and I'm not trying to get to be them, because I like the very cozy and small nature of our group. But every day we're meeting new people, and I love that, and I want to introduce them to some of the funnest people on the internet, and that's you guys, and to show them all kinds of different new things with the Cricut. So um, Buffalo, it snowed in Buffalo, Deb. Oh my God, really? Yeah, tomorrow's supposed to be cold. And we do get Buffalo weather, usually a day or two behind, depending on how the wind is blowing. Oh goodness, I hope we don't have snow the last week in April, but it wouldn't be the first time. Okay, so let's get started, and then I'll leave a few of the other announcements for the middle. Today we're going to be working on the Joy, and we're going to specifically be working with these brand new cards called foil transfer insert cards. Kind of a mouthful, but really, I think a really fun and special value, if you ask me. And the reason being is that in addition to getting the cards and the envelopes and the inserts, which you would get from, say, this is a deck of insert cards, just plain insert cards. And you look on the back and you can see that you're going to get 12 of these pre-scored cards in 4 different colors. And then here are the inserts and the envelopes that match. This is great for if you have a party and you're just going to want to, you're not going to fuss with, I have to buy envelopes, I have to make my own cards, that sort of thing. But you also have a foil transfer tool for the Joy, and you want to use it. So let's say you wanted to use your insert cards, then you'd have to go and buy this foil transfer sheet box, which has actually 24 4x6. So you could still do this. You'd need probably 2 boxes of this with one of these. But the folks over at Cricut put together these awesome foil transfer insert card boxes. And I'll show you on the back what it includes. So in this case, it's showing that it includes 8. So this is 8 in here. So 8 cards in cream and khaki. And then you get the inserts. And then, so the inserts on these are deep green metallic. Interesting. Hadn't seen those. And maroon. Then you're going to get your foil transfer sheets. And in this box, you're getting rose gold and emerald. So this is kind of cool. They've changed up the different kinds of foil. So if you always wanted to try the green foil, but just never had a reason to buy it, buying 1 box of these, you'd be able to try it out and see. And there are a number of really cool new categories, new types, I guess. This one here is called Celebration, and it includes, let's see, blue and red cards with silver and maize inserts and silver and gold foil. So that's cool. This one is called Royal Flush. Isn't that great? I love this one. I think a B one would look awesome with this. And it includes black and white cards, plus inserts that are gold metallic or burnt red. And then inside the foil transfer sheets, you get gold and red. And then, of course, I don't want to leave out the fact that you're going to get envelopes to match and the tape in order to use the foil. Okay. Now these come in two sizes. This happens to be the very large size, which is called an A6. An A6 is the closest to an A7, my favorite size, which is 5 by 7. And this is the maximum size card that you can use on the Joy. And that means that the card is 4.5 by 6.25 folded. So let me open up one of these boxes, and let's open up this royal flush one because I think that's really kind of fun. So inside of the box, we're going to get, let's pinch them out. Now, right now, I think these retail for $10.99. But remember, these things always go on sale if you find them a little too steep at their regular price. They always go on sale. And if you're a Cricut Access customer and you're purchasing on Cricut.com, you'll get 10 to 20% off based on your Access membership. Plus, this is also materials, so you can use them and use my code, right? So here's what you get. There's the envelopes. Here's the foil with the tape. Here are the cards in both black and white. And then here are the inserts in gold and red. So these are really fun. Oh, I can imagine, coming up with all kinds of ideas, whether it's for bumblebees or for dad, if he likes to play cards, or maybe even somebody who loves Alice in Wonderland, because those colors are all like prominent in Alice in Wonderland. So let's have a look at the Joy app. Oh, I forgot to show you. So these are a few that I did yesterday. Really? Oh, Vegas. Yeah, Vegas themed, right? And so these are a few that I did yesterday. They really I didn't spend a whole lot of time doing inserts and things like that, but I just kind of wanted to show you. This came from one group that had these two colors. I find this blue to be a little bit blasé, but I love this green. So have a look at this green. It's like a teal green. It had an off-white insert, and then I decided to do it in gold, and then I decided to do it in silver. But I do want to point out here, this caused a problem with the tape, and I'm going to go over how you take it on, put it on and take it off, so it doesn't cause a problem like that for you. So let's get started on the app. So we're going to be using an app that is called the Joy app, and I want to just kind of start from the beginning. I don't know why come on. I don't know why it's doing that. So let's see. Maybe, I don't know. Come on. Okay, there we go. So you'll see here on my iPad, I've got two different apps. Right now, the Cricut Design Space app does not use foil. And though I have heard that it's going to eventually include foil. So if you really love the Design Space app, then you will have the opportunity to use foil on it. But I kind of think if you have a Joy, you should stick with the Cricut Joy app or have it in addition to, because there are some really cool, nifty new features there, and I'll show you a couple of them. So, by the way, both of these are free. They're always free, and they're free to use. The graphics that you use are not all free. Some of them are, but not all free. That's why I encourage people to get the Cricut Access subscription, where there are like hundreds of thousands of images and text and things like that. Even if you just have a Joy, it will make your life a whole lot easier than having to go look for and design your own card. Sometimes you just want to make a card, right? And that's what I love about the Joy. And by the way, you can get those in the App Store down download for free, and they will update. Make sure you set automatic updates on that. So here I am. I've obviously registered, and it's saying welcome back. And here are all the choices that you get when you come here. Most of the time, we just kind of spend here in the insert cards, but there are all kinds of other different things, such as creating your own custom card, your custom insert card you see here, which we can go over, but not today. There's the cutaway cards, which we've gone over before. They have their own special place on the app, and you basically design your own there. There's a section that is for paper crafts with foil. This would be foiling without using the insert cards, not what we're working on today, but still pretty cool. And then here's our insert cards, which we can work on with the foiling. And then we've got labels, iron-on, stickers, paper crafts. And then at the very bottom, I will show you, see, here's home, project types, and my stuff. Now I spend a lot of time in this app, so I'm going to click on my stuff, and you can see here are all the projects, not as many as I normally have, but there's still quite a few projects. So if I wanted to come back and make these projects again, I can do that, and I will show you how I did that by saving it. Okay, so let's go back to insert cards and hit browse. First, I need to tell you that I only have these insert cards, the foil ones, in size A6. So not all of these cards, which there's one shy of 1,300 cards, not all of these cards will be usable in the A6 size, at least not now. Maybe there's future plans for it, but let me show you what I mean. So here's a brand new one that is, for a boat person would be beautiful, and you could do foil on that. But when you click on this and you hit start making, you'll see that there's only one size available. And because I have, and it's very, very specific, because I have this no, is this the one? Yeah, it says right on here, the card is 4.5 by 6.25, which is A6. Does it say A6 on here? Some of the boxes say A6. And some of them just give the sizes. So I cannot make this. This is a medium size. I cannot make this using these. If I do, because I'm using a larger card, you will have a lot of extra space around, which if that doesn't bother you, then you could do that. You could use that. You may even be able to sort of mess around with the size. If you were to use a smaller size, you'd have to make it smaller, obviously. But just to keep it simple, let's go ahead and choose something. I'm going to choose, let's say, shells, because I really like that one. And we'll do search. So there is the seashells, and you see it's beautiful, but it's even prettier when you do dark colors with it, the card being dark, and then foiling it. So let's try this one, and we will use our royal flush colors. That will be interesting. All right, so we're going to first start off by hitting start making, and you will see here are the size cards that I'm using, and this is the one that I am going to be using, 4.5 by 6.25. So I'm going to choose that one and hit next. And then I can edit here. Now, this is where we're going to indicate that foil is something we're going to be using. And then also you'll notice here that there's an inside section here. Let's focus on the front, but we'll go over the inside. So we're on front, and we're going to hit edit. Now, doing this, we can make changes to the card, to the insert, and to the pen or foil on the front of the card only at this point. So on Royal Flush, we've got black cards. So we'll choose card and we'll choose black. Don't worry that you can't see those things. And then we will go to inserts. And what else do we have? We have a gold insert. So let's choose this. I think this is what we're going to choose. Yes. And then we'll go over here to pen or / foil. We're going to choose foil in gold. Isn't that going to look fabulous? Wow. So let's do that. And in order to save it, we need to hit this checkbox. Okay. So let's do that. Now, if you wanted to add an inside, a sentiment on the inside, ta-da, you can do it here. You just hit this inside and you choose edit and you add your message. Now you can either add images or text. So I'm choosing text and I'm just going to say, I don't know, happy. And I know you can't see it, but I'm going to do happy birthday. Just something simple. And then when I'm done, I can't see it. So I have to choose this pen and change the pen to, I don't know, gold or something so I can see it. Now you'll see here that, let's say that this is, you see how it's kind of like the bubble letters. You can change that. So by clicking on that and choosing this A with the underscore, so choose that, and you can see over here, you can choose this right hand side, which is like kind of a drawn image, and then you can choose whatever one you like here. So if you like that bubbly text, you can have this, or if you don't, you can have something like this, and you can choose out of, I don't know how many are here, but there's enough to choose, right? And then again, also, if you don't like the font style, you can make a change with the style. You could try something like that or something like that, you know. So there's a lot of opportunity for you to get personalized on this, right? Then you could also choose alignment. So if you say, I want it sort of left justified or right justified, I always choose center justification. So there we go. Okay. Isn't that cool? All right, we're going to keep going. So we're going to be done here. And we now have a front and we have an inside. We're going to hit next. And now we're getting ready to make it. Now, in order to use the insert cards, you need this. It's called a card mat. And these are fairly inexpensive mats that have a stick to the front of it. And you do have this little sort of mat protector. But when you take that off, you'll notice that it has this pocket, and that it also has these lines. And there are 3 sets of lines here. So there's 3.5 by 4.9, and this is the folded sides. So that's the smaller one. Here's the medium one, 4.25 by 5.5, and here's the large one, 4.5 by 6.25. That's what we're going to be using today. So we're going to take our insert card. This is so simple, easy, and fun. Oh my gosh. This is something you definitely want to do with the grands, I think. So we're going to take the card and we open it up. You see what I just did? I opened it up. I put the back in this way, and then I press it on. And so whatever we do, we cut, we foil, it only lands on the top of the card. Okay. So I think because of our card with having an insert inside, it's going to probably have us do the inside first. So in that case, I am going to get a pen ready. Let's use this gold metallic marker. Okay. Yes, it's going to ask us to do the inside first. So instead of putting this on this way, we're just going to open it up and slide it in. the other way. Now you notice that, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see. And there's our blanking light. Remember, with the Joy, there are no buttons, right? You control everything through your device. And it cannot be controlled unless you have like a Bluetooth device. So know that, okay? And then here we go. We need to prep the card, which we did. We removed the mat, we folded the card, we pressed it down, and now we're going to insert just like this. And the machine is going to just make sure we have the proper things in there. I wish this would stop turning around. It's a little weird. I know how to change it. Let me see if I'll just turn off my rotation. Okay. So I'm going to take my pen. I'm going to open up my Joy and take out my housing with the blade. And these are special Joy cards. I haven't checked this one to see if it's working. I haven't used these in a while. So let me make sure that it's going to work, because that one looks a little dry. I had it this one's a little bit better. Storing your pens with the cap side down is the best way to preserve the ink in there. And so I am not following my own advice here, and these are all stored wrong. So make sure that you store them correctly. And I have to just make sure that all of them are. So the next time I use my Joy, I will have nice, juicy pens. So here we go. Here is a gold metallic marker 1.0. I'm going to just pop that right in and close this up. And you notice that if you get lost any, you see the new cutie. Yes, my little cutie, my mascot. I decided the Merlot one was going to be my mascot for this side. My metallic purple one is my cutie on the other side. So you see here that all of the steps, in case you get lost when you're doing this by yourself, and I'm not around for whatever reason, you will be able to follow all the steps right here on the app. So once we have done everything we need to do, we're going to hit go. And it is going to start writing happy birthday in that bubble text that we chose. So remember that a couple of things, so that if you decide that you're going to use an insert, like a sentiment inside, then you will be doing the sentiment first and then the outside afterwards. And if you want, I believe you can skip this step, but it's probably easier if you just do it. And if you're making, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, if you were making, say, invitations to a pool party or something, this is a great way, because you can save it and you can write out, please come to my pool party on June 25th, that sort of thing. And you can save it for making more. Okay, so it's done. I'm going to unload. And there it is. Isn't that great? Now I've got a nice juicy pen. Now, if you really want to fill in this, you can do that by taking your pen, by the way. But some people just like the way it looks the other way, but you can do that. All right. Now let's focus on the front. So we're going to take our card off the mat. We're going to take it out and refold it so that the external part is now facing. We're going to put this in just like this. And you notice that I am pressing it all the way up here to the top, because putting it here is going to mess up the alignment. But they give you that space so that you can, sort of get it in and out. They don't want to make it too difficult for you to get the card in. So just make sure it's aligned at the top there. And next, we're going to add our foil. So I'm going to move this over just slightly, and because we need room, and we're going to get our foil from the inside of the box. So this is our royal flush, and here's our foil in this packet. We'll open it up and take it out. Actually, probably wouldn't recommend that you take it out, but for demonstration, because it's hard to get back in, but for demonstration purposes. So this is what the foil looks like. It's very thin, very like flimsy kind of a thing. And you need to be very careful about it. Now, there is a little bit of adhesive on the top and bottom of the card mat. So do be careful, because if you get this sort of on adhesive, it sort of marks up your card mat. It actually doesn't do anything bad to the card mat, but just so you know, it kind of will mess up that piece of foil. So here's my foil. And then you also notice within that packet, I get these, which are tapes. And there's plenty of tape, although you can reuse the tape if you want to. And then what you're going to do, I didn't do it correctly, but we're going to lay the tape. Why all of a sudden am I having a problem? I don't know why, but we're going to lay the tape on all four corners. I start at bottom or the top, and then do, you know, the opposite. And then I'm going to do left and right. Do not skimp on this. Do not say, oh, I'm just going to do the bottom and the top or the side, because it's real important that that it's down there when you're going to use your tool. Okay, don't skimp. And as I said, you could reuse this, so you don't have to feel like, oh, I don't have enough tape or stuff like that, but you can reuse it. And the goal is we do really want for that foil to be as smooth as we can. You don't have to go crazy, but just sort of as smooth as you can here. And I have it's a little blippy over here, so I can play around with it. All right. Now I'm going to, so I did that. My card mat is all set, and I'm going to put it into my Joy. Now you notice that I didn't replace my 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 housing, which I want to make sure I found it. Here it is. I didn't replace it because we just did the insert. Now I'm going to take the foil piece, which you do have to buy separately. And you'll notice that here is how you remove this. I don't ever remove it, but here's like a little plunger for the Joy. So you're going to take and put this in, and then we're going to hit next. All right. And it's telling us all those things just in case we've forgotten. And it's important that you're using the foil with the foil tool. And this is something you do have to keep an eye on, because oftentimes it will hit go. You will get sort of I don't know. I have ADD, so I get a little preoccupied. And when I first started doing foil, I would forget to change and put the foil tool in, or I'd forget to take the foil off. It was just something new, and I didn't know all the steps. So it's going to apply the foil, and it's going to tell us along the way how it's doing. I guess while I'm waiting for that, I can talk to you a little bit about. No, Leslie, there's only one. So I can answer some questions and talk to you. So Leslie's asking, are there 3 tips for the Joy foil? There are not, but there are 3 tips for the for use in either the Explore or Maker machines. And I'll be really honest with you, Leslie. At first, I thought that was a drawback, but I actually only use my my medium tip, which is what you get here. And you can also see that it's sort of going along and doing that foil. And yeah, it's a medium tip, and the medium tip has 2 rings around it. I can't show it to you right this second, but it does have 2 rings around it so you can see. Let's see. I did mention at the top of the show about our giveaways closing soon, so do get your name in for that. I will, after the video is over, I will post the link and all of the details about the giveaways in the description of the video. But also, just so that you know, on Friday when I do the announcing, I'm also going to be doing our freebie Friday, and we're going to be doing a flower from Barely Art. So if you want to get over to barely.art, that's their web address, barely, BEARLY.ART, and check out under their SVGs, because you go to products, SVGs, and check out the floral. There are several floral. I haven't decided which one yet. I was kind of hoping to do the dahlia, but I don't know if I'm going to do the dahlia. So I'm either going to do the buttercup or the dahlia, and this paper flower on Friday. Now, tomorrow, I've been talking about working with making other blossoms, other flowers, and I wanted to make some sakura, which is also known as a cherry blossom. And I had this idea that I would color. I have this like it's sort of like a bunch of colored, white, bunch of white branches with lights on it, and it's colored white, and you put it into a vase, and you put, I don't know, 3 or 2 batteries in there, and I was hoping to decorate that for the sakura. But sakura have a dark brown bark to it, and I wanted it to look authentic, so I decided to go online and order the same thing but with a dark bark color. So that is going to be coming. I just don't know when. It was supposed to come today, and then I could say, yeah, let's do that for tomorrow. So I am going to actually substitute another thing until I know that I have those materials in my hand. So that way you can see start to finish how it looks really like a beautiful cherry blossom. So we'll have to do the cherry blossoms next week. And I decided, because I was playing around with it, I decided that I'm going to show you this, which is not a Cricut product, but it is called an explosion board, and it's by the company We Are Memory Keepers. It looks a lot like our precision cutting boards. Then you'll see there's something sort of hanging off the back. And then here is the little scoring tool. I don't usually go in for these things because I feel like there are so many of these sort of things, and it can get a little confusing, and they take up a lot of space. It's sort of like buying dies for your machine and using dies. You can't change the size too much. However, in Design Space, there's only one version of an explosion box, and so I felt like this was a good addition to my Cricut crafting. So I want to show you this tomorrow. I will also provide a link that is with Amazon. It is a referral link, but I'm going to show you start to finish how to make this explosion box using the explosion board. And I'm also going to show you the 2 other things that you can do with this, which is a squash card or a gatefold card. So for me, I felt like you're getting 3 things out of one board for less than $20. And so I felt like, you know what, this is a nice addition. I don't buy all of their stuff. Sometimes I find them a little bit, rigid. You can only do 1 or 2 things with that. You found one, and I will post the link. And by the way, you have ADD too? Yeah, I don't take medication for mine. because of my heart. But yeah, I have to take a little drink break. So you see it's working. It's got about 70% of the foiling done. And then we'll be going to the next step. So while I'm talking, so tomorrow will not be Sakura Blossoms. It will be that explosion box using the We Are Memory Keepers tool. And I will also talk about how you can sort of decorate the box with your Cricut, or you can do it by hand. That's up to you. And this will probably save you money if you really like doing explosion boxes. Explosion boxes do require quite a bit of paper, and if you have double-sided patterned paper, which I do have quite a bit of, that's it makes it even better, because when you're doing an explosion box, you see both sides of the paper. So if you happen to have or are looking for something, I would definitely recommend this sort of thing. This is from Joann's. Whoops, I have it upside down. It's called Rainbow Love, and it's a small, it's not a huge paper pad, but it's a double-sided paper pad, and you can use them because they're all coordinated, you see? So, and you could actually maybe even use some of these if you want. But here it is, called Rainbow Love, and it's all these really bright, awesome colors. So we're going to use that. Okay. The foiling is done. And here is where you have to pay attention, all my ADD fans out there. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do, it just makes it easier, is we're going to open it up and take out our foiling housing and blade. And just so you can see there, see, that's the one tip with the two circles indicating that it's medium. Okay. And then we're going to start peeling without removing this. This has to stay inside of the machine. Okay. We're going to start peeling away. And do be careful about this, because I wasn't, and it ended up ripping my card a little bit. But we're going to start peeling away. And the reason why we take that out is to make it easier to take the tape off at the top, because we're leaving it in the machine. Now, if you want to, you can save these tapes. I often do that. It's my nature. I'm frugal. And I save them on the side of my desk here. They will still work. They're pretty strong tapes, so they'll work several times, unless they get clogged up with hair, like mine often do. Now, this is a spent piece of foil. I'm sure some of my frugal friends will come up with the reason for using it, but at this point, I usually just throw it away. Okay. And just so that you can see on the uh, app, it's telling you what to do, and you're going to hit next, and now it's telling you to remove it. But I think removing the transfer tool first is actually easier. So, and now we're going to put in our our blade, a regular blade, and we're going to hit go, and it's going to cut out the corners as well as all those little dots. And see, I don't want to take it out. If I took it out, you can't restart it. Okay. So you do definitely have to keep it in the machine to keep on track. So while I'm waiting for the cuts to happen, I'm going to get my gold insert, and let's also get a nice envelope. And by the way, you could use your Joy if you wanted to address your envelopes. I like to hand address my envelopes, just me, but you could use it. I could show you how to do that. You would do it on a regular mat. So a mat, do I have a regular mat? You know that the Joy comes with, or it doesn't come with, but you can also use, where did my regular mat go? Oh, here it is. So you can also use a regular mat like this, to which I did not put the cover on, but you could just use your envelope and put it down there. I know somebody that does that a lot, Nancy Kuliga, so she might be able to give you some special advice on how to do that. I don't generally do it that much. Okay, it's done. Now I have to unload it. Let's move this out of the way and let's have a look at what we've got. And so we're going to peel this away from our mat. Now, I noticed that it didn't all go through, so that means to me that I probably need to change my blade. It's probably getting to the place where the blade needs to be changed. And I feel like with the Joy, you're changing your blade a lot more frequently than you are with the other machines, but that might just be me. So when they're on sale, I tend to buy the blades in bulk. They don't offer, I wish they would, but they don't offer a like 5 blade bulk order like they do for the larger machines. I really wish they would. I've asked for that many times, but yet to see it. So I'm going to ask again. It's like my monthly ask when I go into my meetings. Could you please? It's always about the Joy too, you guys. I'm always, if you're a Joy only person, I am always advocating for you. So that, I hope you understand, that's important to me, that you guys are happy. I'm always advocating for my Joy friends out there. And so there you go. So you see here, I am just using my True Control knife. You could also use anything really. You could use the weeding tool or whatever, but I like to use the True Control knife in case it doesn't cut all the way through, but I am definitely going to change out my blade. Okay, so I'm just looking it over to make sure I got all the cutouts out, and I did. So I'm going to open it up here to the inside of the card and take the insert, and I'm just going to insert into those little side cutouts like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there is our beautiful card. Isn't that lovely? Wow, that came out so nice, very professional looking, and it's all ready to go. That is like an average size card too. So for anybody who likes the A7, which is my favorite, there you go. The A6 is there, and it's a really nice envelope. It's not a cheesy envelope. And you're ready. And I think anybody that loves seashells or foil or has a birthday is going to really love this card. Isn't that lovely? So oh yeah, I love all my Cricut machines, everything that I've got. I love some more than others sometimes, like, or for certain applications. So for me, the Joy is perfect for smaller jobs. It's perfect for that quick on the go stuff. When I'm doing like 3D models and such, I end up using my bigger machine because it has like scoring and stuff, but I do like to use the Joy a lot. Okay, now we're done, but remember we have one more step here. So when we hit done And I'm going to remind me later. I believe it's going to allow me. There it is. So I did done, and it's now saying save this to my stuff. This is fabulous. This, I can't tell you how awesome this is. So we are going to save it. I'm going to call it the Shell birthday card. All right. And I'm going to choose save. I can also choose don't save, but I'm choosing save now so that I have it saved. If I wanted to make it again, I would just go to my Joy, go to the home page of Joy, and I would go down here to my stuff, and you will see there it is, my Shell birthday card. I would just click on that, and I can either open it, duplicate it, or rename or delete it. Okay, which is fabulous also. So I can just open it and make it again, and I can make any changes that I wanted to on this. For instance, if I want to change the inside, I can do that. And I'm just over here on edit, and I can choose, oh, I don't know. I can choose to change the text like this. I can either change or add more text, but I am going to, let's see. Wait, I just changed. I got to get rid of that. That's not right. All right. It's a new thing. All right. And I actually added a new thing. So I'm going to try to get rid of it. Oh, I'll put Ted. I'll put the name Ted there because let's say I'm going to make it for my buddy Ted, the mayor, or my dog. Okay, so I can do that. And if you want to have, this is the one card that you use for all your birthdays. And then you can just go in here and add the text Teddy, let's say, and I'm making it for my dog. And then I would just go ahead and choose a style. Okay, and I would also need to choose, I also need to choose a color. There we go. So now I have happy birthday and Teddy, and I can move these around wherever I want, sort of like this. And then you have a extremely personalized card, and you can hit done. And you can either, if you want, you can save this or go ahead and make it from your saved designs. Isn't that awesome? Okay. And so Trisha's asking about Saturday. So this coming Saturday is our monthly Zoom. If you've never been a part of the Zoom, I'm welcoming you to join. It doesn't cost any money, and it's easy to do. What usually ends up being is just sort of a chit chat with me and a couple of dozen of our friends. Usually, I'll have a couple questions that I'll ask, or maybe we'll just start talking about new things that are going on in the Cricut world. Also, we've talked about just personal things like how the Cricut has helped us, and what we've been using, what we've been doing. And it's become a wonderful community of people that really care for each other and support each other. Now, usually what we do is we have the Zoom call, and it is done on Zoom, but then I rebroadcast it live on YouTube. So we will do that again, so that if you are camera shy, and I would urge you not to be camera shy, because we're just friends, we're among friends, and you can actually log in and not be on camera if you don't want to be on camera. You can just be your voice on there if you want. And we just sort of chit chat. But if you're not like that, we also run the YouTube comments. And so if you want to ask questions and such, and it's going to be on Saturday at 7 o'clock. That's our usual time. And that is Eastern Standard Time. So you can come and go. You don't have to stay the whole time. It usually, I think we record for at least an hour. So you can jump on at either place for the hour, and then sometimes it goes longer than an hour. I think last time it was 4 hours. So if you miss it, and you can also eat your dinner, and you can have your family there and your pets. And oftentimes I will go off on a little tangent and show you all my little pets. I have, as you guys know, I have 3 corgis, but I also have a cat that sometimes makes an appearance named Frankie. I've got 4 guinea pigs. I have a lot of animals. I got 4 guinea pigs, and then of course my son, uh, Mo. He's often called O or Mo, Owen. He'll poke his head in often. He's 16 and quite a card. So it's just a fun thing. It's just a fun thing. So if you want to join us, we're not actually making that day, but we just kind of like just talk about what's going on, that sort of thing. So 2 corgis, Renee. Oh, yay! Another corgi lover. Um, you can do it either from your browser, Trisha, or you can just type in zoom.com and you can join from there. Or if you want to do it from your device, you would download the Zoom app and do it from your device from the app. So you can do it either way. You can also either and I will, when I share the information, I will give you all the details, but you can join the Zoom by phone only if you wanted to as well. So there's that. Or if you just don't want to be on there, you can come to YouTube. The only caveat I have is that if I post the link too early, it gives trolls reasons to come on, and so we don't want that. So I try to post it as late as I can, and I don't over post it. So there you go. All right, that's gonna do it. And it's on Saturday night, Paralita. Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Okay. Yeah, and you don't have to come to all of them. If you have a date or whatever, or you have an event, go to the event, obviously. But we started these when we were in the midst of COVID, and people were just craving that personalized face-to-face stuff that they just couldn't have. And it just became a normal thing for us to do, and I just love it. It's one of the things that makes this group so unique, because it's not just me teaching you every single day. It's rather it's a community. You guys are the ones that shape the community. I am simply the presenter, and so for me, and that's an honor. But I always like to give it up for people, and I will, as we go on this year. My goal this year was to get more and more people to present, and then also to grow our community. So that's where you guys come in. So if you think you'd like to present, or you can somehow help us grow our community, I'm asking that you do what you can. And as a thank you, I ask you, as a thank you for that ask, I am offering these monthly giveaways. So if you're watching this after the fact, don't worry. We have giveaways every single month. This month is ending soon. Get your name in if you're watching this live or right after it launched. But if you miss out, you can get in on the next giveaway. Okay. Oh, and one more thing before I let you go. And that is, I did start this month with my Patreon patrons that I'm going to be doing a giveaway just for the Patreon patrons that I'm going to choose from them. And they will get a Cricut Cutie plus a number of other things that have. As you can see, I have a lot of Cricut stuff. And so I'm going to choose one winner. And the only way that you can get in on that one is to be a patron on Patreon. And you can do that by going to patreon.com and looking for me at Miss Rita to the rescue and pledge. It's a $5 minimum pledge. And this is just like an every month occurrence where you can pledge. And I thank you for that. That I use that money to buy more stuff. And I always put it all back into. So if I need to buy SVGs or materials such as like the these things like the punch board and stuff, I use it with the money from Patreon. So you are definitely supporting me and the group. So all right, everybody. We will see you. I'm getting a new printer today. That I have Ardeen. I got an Echo Tank. Are you using it just as a printer or a sublimation printer? Um, I have the Echo Tank. I love the Echo Tank. It's so economical, but I still have my old one as well. All right, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day. Hope you get some crafting in, and we'll see you again tomorrow where we'll be going over that cool new We Are Member Keepers punch board for explosion cards. All right. Take care, everyone. See you soon.